Chosen one, if you are hearing this right now, do not rush. Do not scroll. Do not multitask. Do not treat this like ordinary words, because something unseen has guided you here. There are moments when heaven speaks softly, and only the spiritually awake can hear it. This is one of those moments. Before anything else, pause for a second. Take a slow breath. Feel the silence between your thoughts. That silence is not empty. It is the space where God speaks. Chosen one, something has been happening around you lately. You may not have fully understood it. You may not have had the language to describe it, but your spirit felt it. There is a person in your life, someone close, someone familiar, someone who smiles at you, but deep inside, something feels off. You tried to ignore it. You tried to be logical. You told yourself, maybe I'm just overthinking. But chosen one, listen carefully. Not every smile is sincere. Not every friend is aligned. Not every supporter is truly supportive. And the most dangerous competition is not loud, it is silent. There were moments when you shared good news, and instead of feeling celebrated, you felt strangely alone. You told them about your progress, your dreams, your plans, your growth. They smiled, they nodded, they said the right words, but their energy felt different. You felt it. Their congratulations felt heavy. Their encouragement felt forced. Their silence felt louder than their words. Chosen one, this is not imagination. Your spirit is picking up signals your mind is trying to rationalize. Because sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. It is easier to believe that everyone around you is happy for you, but the reality is deeper. Some people are comfortable with your pain, but uncomfortable with your power. Some people love you when you are struggling, but feel threatened when you start to rise. Some people enjoy being needed, but cannot handle being left behind. And this is where silent competition begins. When something good happens to you, they celebrate, but only halfway. They clap, but without excitement. They smile, but without joy. They speak, but without enthusiasm. They are happy for you, but not happier than they are for themselves. They support you, but not enough to push you ahead of them. They encourage you, but only up to a certain level, because deep inside, they are measuring your progress against their own. They are comparing your journey to theirs, and comparison is the seed of competition. Chosen one, some people do not hate you, they admire you. But admiration mixed with insecurity turns into silent rivalry. They look at your courage and feel exposed. They see your confidence and feel small. They watch your growth and feel left behind. And instead of healing themselves, they quietly compete with you. There is another sign that many chosen ones experience, but rarely talk about. After certain conversations, you feel tired, not physically, not mentally, but spiritually. You feel lighter before talking to them and heavier after. You feel inspired before meeting them and confused after. You feel aligned before speaking to them and doubtful after. Chosen one, this is not coincidence. Energy does not lie. When someone secretly competes with you, their spirit resists your expansion, and your spirit feels it, even when your mind tries to deny it. That is why you feel drained. That is why you feel restless. That is why you feel uneasy. Your soul is reacting to something your eyes cannot see. The hardest part is this: they are not obviously bad. They've been kind to you before. They have helped you in difficult times. They know your story. They know your struggles. They have laughed with you. They have cried with you. They have walked with you. So when your spirit starts to sense something wrong, you feel guilty. You say to yourself, how can I think this way about them? They have always been there for me. I must be ungrateful. But chosen one, listen carefully. Just because someone was good to you in your past does not mean they're good for your future. Just because someone walked with you in your pain does not mean they can walk with you in your purpose. Just because someone understands your wounds does not mean they can handle your wings. Some people are assigned to your survival season, not your success season. Some people are sent to help you heal, but not to help you rise. And when your season changes, their role must change too. If you study history, you'll notice something powerful. Every chosen person faces hidden competition from familiar faces. Joseph was loved by his brothers until his dreams revealed his calling. The moment Joseph started to rise in vision, his brothers started to burn with jealousy. They didn't attack him immediately. They observed him, they watched him, they compared him. And when the opportunity came, they betrayed him. David was loved by King Saul until David's success exposed Saul's insecurity. At first, Saul celebrated David. He invited him into the palace. He praised him. But when people started singing, "Saul has slain his thousands, and David's his tens of thousands," something in Saul broke. Admiration turned into competition. Competition turned into hatred. Chosen one, this is not new. When God places greatness on your life, not everyone around you can handle it. Some people will celebrate you loudly, others will celebrate you quietly, and some will compete with you secretly. People who secretly compete with you often don't even realize what they are doing. They are not consciously planning to harm you. They are simply reacting to the insecurity inside them. They feel threatened by your light because it exposes their darkness. They feel uneasy around your growth because it highlights their stagnation. They feel uneasy around your confidence because it reminds them of their fear. So instead of healing themselves, they unconsciously try to pull you down. Not with insults, not with attacks, but with subtle energy, with sarcasm disguised as jokes, with advice disguised as concern, with criticism disguised as honesty. And because it is subtle, you struggle to call it out. Chosen one, ask yourself, why am I hearing this now? Why is this message resonating so deeply? Because your life is shifting. Your season is changing. Your destiny is approaching. And God knows something. You cannot rise with people who secretly resent your rise. You cannot grow with people who feel threatened by your growth. You cannot expand with people who benefit from your limitations. So God is not exposing them to make you hate them. He is exposing them to make you aware. Awareness is protection. Discernment is defense. Clarity is freedom. You are no longer desperate for approval. You are no longer afraid of being misunderstood. You are no longer shrinking to fit in. You are starting to see clearly. And clarity is dangerous to those who benefited from your confusion. When you awaken, you stop explaining yourself. You stop justifying your dreams. You stop dimming your light. You start choosing differently, speaking differently, moving differently. And some people will feel it. They will say, "You changed. You're not the same anymore. You became distant." But chosen one, you did not change.
Chosen one, if you are still here, it means your spirit is awake. Most people would have left by now. Most people would have scrolled away. Most people would have ignored this moment. But you didn't. And that already says something about you, because chosen ones always feel when a message is meant for them. Now listen carefully. There is a painful truth that God rarely explains in advance. Sometimes the reason you feel lonely is not because you are being abandoned. It is because you are being separated. Separation is not punishment. Separation is preparation. When God is about to elevate you, He first changes your environment. He removes voices that limit you. He distances you from energies that drain you. He disconnects you from people who cannot follow you into your next level. And the process hurts, because the people being removed are not strangers. They are familiar faces, old friends, trusted voices, comfort zones. But chosen one, hear this clearly. You cannot enter a new season with old mindsets and old circles. Your destiny requires new alignment. Conversations feel different. Connections feel weaker. Friendships feel distant. You did not start the distance. You did not plan the separation. It just happened, slowly, quietly, naturally. And that is how divine separation works. God rarely breaks relationships dramatically. He slowly shifts hearts. He makes conversations shorter. He makes energies incompatible. He makes interests diverge. Until one day you realize you no longer belong in the same emotional space. And you wonder, why is this happening? Why do I feel disconnected from people I once loved? Why do I feel misunderstood? Chosen one, the answer is simple. You are outgrowing your environment. Letting go is not easy, because your mind reminds you of memories, your heart reminds you of loyalty, your emotions remind you of history. You say, they were there for me when no one else was. They helped me when I was broken. They understand me. And all of that might be true, but here is the painful truth. Some people are loyal to your pain, but not loyal to your purpose. They were comfortable with your broken version, but they feel threatened by your healed version. They loved you when you needed them, but they struggle when you no longer do. And God knows this, so He begins to shift things. Not because He hates them, but because He loves you. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when they see clearly. You suddenly understand why certain friendships felt heavy, why certain conversations drained you, why certain people always doubted your dreams. You realize they were never against you openly, they were just never fully for you. And that realization hurts, because betrayal from enemies is expected, but disappointment from friends is shocking. Yet, chosen one, this clarity is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to free you. Because once you see clearly, you stop begging for validation. You stop shrinking your dreams. You stop explaining your vision. You begin to walk alone if necessary. And that is the moment God begins to move powerfully in your life. You become sharper. You become calmer. You become more focused. You stop talking about your plans. You start executing them. You stop seeking approval. You start trusting intuition. You stop explaining yourself. You start protecting your energy. And slowly, something magical happens. You attract new people. Not insecure people, not competitive people, not draining people, but aligned people. People who celebrate your success loudly. People who are inspired by your growth, not threatened by it. People who walk beside you, not behind you. This is what God was preparing. He was not taking people away to leave you empty. He was clearing space for the right ones. Chosen one, listen to this carefully. Not everyone who leaves your life is a loss. Some are releases. Some are lessons. Some are divine removals. And not everyone who stays deserves access. Your energy is sacred. Your vision is precious. Your destiny is expensive. Not everyone can afford it. And that is okay, because you were never called to be understood by everyone. You were called to be aligned with God. Chosen one, if this message spoke to your soul, do not stay silent. Type, "I am awakening" in the comments. Not for others, not for validation, but as a declaration to yourself. Because the moment you speak it, your spirit aligns with your destiny. If you know someone who is secretly struggling with hidden competition, share this message with them. It might be the clarity they have been praying for. And if you want more messages like this, deep, spiritual, prophetic, and transformative, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't speak to the crowd, we speak to the chosen. And remember this truth, chosen one. Sometimes God removes people from your life not to hurt you, but to protect your future. You are not losing connections. You are gaining clarity. You are not being abandoned. You are being elevated. Stay awake, stay aligned, stay chosen. Because your story is just beginning.